Well, with only 10 games left in the regular season, I can't say that this Jekyll and Hyde performance has continued. We are comfortably mid-table, 10th in the Vanarama National League. Can we make a push for the playoffs? Well, just to preface this slightly, yes, this is Taskmaster FC episode number 20. We are in the middle of a very interesting thunderstorm, so if you hear any loud noises in the background, it's probably because my house is being blown away. Perfectly fine. Don't worry about me. I'll end up a county over, but I will still be here. Oh, you can hear it. I can hear it. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it or not. But that thunder just means that we are going to be lightning in these next two games. And yes, that was quite possibly the worst transition anybody has ever made in the history of YouTube transitions. But today, in episode number 20, we will be taking on Western Supermare, our rivals from the previous division. They are currently in 19th in the Vanarama National League, and we will be playing Walsall, who are 15th, but do not sleep on them. They are a very good team. Just remember, a few years ago, they were in League One, I think. So it is going to be a very interesting set of ties here. Since I last had you with me in person, again, just mixed form. I mean, 4 games unbeaten when you consider the form that we've been in lately is not necessarily a bad thing. I just would have liked to have seen a couple more victories there. 0-0 draw against Halifax Town, 0-0 draw against Scunthorpe. We did end up beating Hartlepool Town 2-1 and Bromley 2-1. 6 very important points when you consider where we are located in the league at the moment. We are currently 10th in the Vanarama National League. We are only 5 points behind some playoff places here. Playoffs would be an absolutely wonderful place to be. Do I expect to win them? Absolutely not, because we have been beaten handily by a lot of the teams that are up here towards the top of the table. But what we need to continue doing in order to ensure our success is beat the teams that we are supposed to beat towards the bottom of the table. That is teams like Western Supermare, teams like Walsall, and other teams that we have left remaining on our schedule, because our schedule does not have that much left in it. I think I've brought you back with 10 games left. I'll probably bring you the last 2 games in the final episode. If there's a little bit more drama as we approach towards the end, I'll probably bring you back then. But if you kind of take a look at our schedule, it's not super terrible. 18th against Epsom United, they're 18th in the league. Oldham is 14th, Barrow 12th. Dorking's going to be a little bit tough, along with Accrington Stanley, as they are in the top 10. Sutton 22nd, Chester 24th, and Worthing 21st. So we do have a run of games here towards the end that is a bit more favorable than maybe some of the games that we've had previously, and that might give us an opportunity to kind of push ourselves up towards the top end of the table. I do think we are still going to finish comfortably mid-table here. We do have 55 points. That's more than the 50-point threshold that I feel is the minimum you need to prevent from being relegated, so I think we're in pretty good shape there. I really feel like that 55 points at the very lowest 17th, but that's if we take an absolute nosedive. I really think we're going to be comfortable in here. And it's kind of interesting to see that teams that have 13, 12, 10 losses are in that playoff spot. Like, you do not need to run away with the league like you have previously to kind of get into these playoff spots. And maybe it was like that previously. I just didn't notice because we were at the top of the table. But that being said, being average does kind of push you up towards the top end of the table. So that is something that is an advantage. The only disadvantage here is that we only get 2 promotion spots from the Vanarama National League into Skybet League 2, which is where we want to be. Probably not this year, but hopefully next year with some good signings. If you take a look at our squad, nobody needs resting at the moment, which is quite nice. Everybody's fully fit. We've had a couple of games. I think we've actually had like 20. We had a lot of days in between games here. We had a stretch where we had 7 here, 14 days here. Oh, sorry, this is the stretch I was looking for. The 14 days that were here and 10 days here. So 3 games in 24 days. I don't know why they can't take fixtures from this part, the December, January region, and just kind of dump a few in here, because there are some massive gaps in between when we play games. But I don't make the schedule. I just smile and nod when I see it. So that being said, I feel like this is probably our best team that we're going to be putting out against Western Supermare. Again, we are, I believe, away against them. They are 19th in the table, so hopefully this provides us with a victory. 3 more points heading towards the top of the table. Fern Brady's not played well. I'm going to warn Fern Brady about being terrible. Your reform has been awful. Get some support, score some goals, do something. soccer related, and we will be good, or football, depending upon, where you're from. I think this will be fine here. So we're going to start with Rizwan as our goalkeeper. Defensively, we're looking again at Ian Sterling, David Correos, Lale Adefope, and Karen O'Leary. Very much a hodgepodge of Taskmaster contestants that are there. Jenny Tien and Rob Beckett in our midfield. Fern Brady, Sam Campbell, and Al Murray are going to be our attacking midfielders, and Ursula Carlson up top. 16 goals on the season. Judy Love not too far behind with 12. Sam Campbell with 9. Fern Brady with 5. Offense has not been clicking the way I would hope it would this season, but I certainly can't complain with the results. So I can't complain. I've been complaining a lot lately, and I do apologize. I need to be more positive. I need to be more upbeat about what is going on. Positivity, I need to start oozing it, because that's what's going to get us wins. Let's raise our game to their level. Yes, let's do something good here. I have faith in all of you. Maybe I need to quit having faith. I mentioned it last time, but all that green just makes me feel like I'm doing something constructive with my team, and I'm pushing them to greater heights and greater success. And that is what I will keep telling myself until we win a game on stream, because lately it has not been very good when I have shown you videos. It hasn't been terribly good when I've not shown you videos. Oh my gosh. Okay. Fern Brady just didn't want to play today. That's fine. Potential foot injury. Fern Brady might not be injured at all, but there's a potential that Fern Brady has a foot injury. Goodness. It's fine. Everything's fine. Western Supermare with a free kick over the top of the net. Goal kick to Chesham United. And we really haven't kind of taken out all of the issues that we've been having, all of those free headers that are inside of the box that I've shown you the last couple of games. We haven't been able to mark anybody defensively. Moving the ball down the field just has not been anything remotely close to what it has been previously. And we have another injury. Al Murray is now injured, which is absolutely fantastic. We just keep getting injuries. What do we have now? A groin injury. I don't understand where these injuries are coming from. These players have full fitness. They're in great condition. We already used 2 of our subs because players are injured. So I gotta love that. And then we've got 2 yellow cards as well. This has been the absolute most boring first half I could possibly think of. Now what do I want to do? Do I want to go ahead and make my 3rd substitution? It's been disappointing to watch. Oh, tactics. We've gone positive. I think a little more cautious might not necessarily be a bad idea here, since we are kind of being overrun. I can't believe 2 injuries, though. That's incredibly frustrating, especially when you haven't seen anything from anybody so far this game. And, I guess a draw is fine. I don't mind keeping it that way, but we definitely don't need Western Supermare getting a highlight and scoring. We've had 1 shot. Oh, 2 shots. They just haven't been on target or anywhere near the net or anything that was worth showing me. So we got 30 minutes left in this game. There's another nice little roar of thunder. Probably can't hear that, but that's perfectly fine. All you can probably hear is the sound of my disappointment. Oh yeah, let's float in some crosses. That'll make a difference. You've got 20 minutes left in this game, and we've seen nothing. Jenny Tien with the corner. Please score a goal. I will be ecstatic if there is a goal here. Whitcomb gets the ball back to Karen O'Leary. Karen O'Leary works the ball to the right-hand side to Jenny Tien. Gets the ball in. Rob Beckett scores. Oh, Rob Beckett. Season 2 Taskmaster alum, Rob Beckett. The man with the teeth is probably all grins now. Oh, I got to get better at that. That's smooth. If that just flows better, man, I could be in commentary. I just have to forget the verbal flubs that I end up having and then try to be creative. That's all you have to do. Speaking of creative, I don't always waste time, but when I do so frequently. Let's confirm those changes and finish out this game, shall we? It's 1-0 Chesham United going into the last 10 minutes of the game. Let's see if we can hold on for a surprise victory here. I say surprise victory. We should be winning this game, but I will tell you right now, Western Supermare have had most of control of the possession. They've had most of the passes completed, most of the XG, most of the shots on target, and most of the shots in general. But if we can pull this out, a 1-0 victory is a victory nonetheless. It was boring. It wasn't that exciting, and we won. And I am perfectly okay with that. Boring football. Gosh, reminds me of why I'm a Crystal Palace fan, is because we may not be exciting, we might like boring football, but we'll occasionally get that 1-0 win. And that's all that really matters. Survival. 3 points up the table really hasn't done a whole lot to get us closer to our playoff positions. We're still 5 points out. Dorking appear to have won their game. Scunthorpe, I don't know if they've won their game or not. Let's see here. Kidderminster beat Walsall. Worthing lost. That doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. I really should probably not look at these at this point in time. Southend lost, 73 points here. Weirdly enough, we're only 15 points behind first place. Do I expect us to get there? No. No. But still, we done good. Other than the fact that our two attacking midfielder, our two wingers, are going to be out for pretty much the rest of the season. But that's perfectly fine because we brought in some players and they did something. So my reaction to the end of the match, why not? Extended our... I don't know what he really cares about. Rob Beckett played well. Fern Brady's injury... It sucks. Somebody else can come in and do it. Yeah, I haven't used a whole lot of players. I'd like to see us improve on possession. Scott Bartlett. I don't know who that is. Isn't Bartlett like a pair or of some sort? Reaction for being sacked. Yeah, that could be me. Yeah, there's a summary. I know you came here to... You come for the press conferences, but you just happened to stay to watch the actual match itself. So... I'm one to oblige you in being able to see those press conferences. I know that it'll be a while before we do another one, but I will bring you back for our next game here, only in a couple of days here against Walsall. Then we have another, appears to be 10-day break, a 4-day break, a 14-day break, and then we just kind of wrap up the rest of the season here as we approach April. The fourth month is April. April indeed. So good news and bad news. The good news is that it has decided to stop thunderstorming where I'm located, so you probably won't hear any thunder. If you hear anything, it's probably my stomach growling because I'm a hungry boy. Other than that, the bad news is that Fern Brady and Al Murray are out for the next, 3 weeks and 4 weeks respectively. So that's awesome. We're without two very important attacking midfielders, but it's fine because Josh Whitcomb and Sophie Duker definitely haven't regressed in their ability whatsoever since the last time you saw them. It's fine. Everything's fine. That being said, we're going to go pretty much with the same lineup we did before. We just replaced our attacking wingers here with Duker and Whitcomb. Obviously, Fern, Brady, and Al Murray out for a little while. We went to a balanced mentality. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens. Yes, I am willing to go attacking. Let's make this happen. Folks, let's get another win here. Let's beat Phil Parkinson. Home advantage. Oh, I said that the thunder was gone. I lied. There it is. Ooh. Exciting, or maybe I'm just hungry. Is it hunger? Is it thunder? Who knows? But they rhyme. Speaking of rhyming, let's get another win. Again. God, I'm funny. Oh. You had nothing to add to that. I was just hoping for some form of a highlight here. It looks like Walsall's going to get the first highlight here as they have a throw-in in the offensive zone. Good ball to Nichols there. But unfortunately, or fortunately from our perspective, can't do much with it, and Walsall will back out. Looks like they get a ball over the top. Nobody's marked inside, and Nichols scores as easy as can be. It's 1-0 Walsall. We are already down 10 minutes into the game, and again, it is the crossing, it is the heading that has led us to absolute failure in this very first part of the game. I'm going to go ahead and berate the first team because you've played like garbage, and we're going to go to a cautious mentality because that should not happen under any circumstances. No free headers. You should be paying attention to the people that are behind you. Does it happen? No, of course it doesn't happen because that would require us to be at least somewhat successful at playing the game of soccer. We do have an offensive highlight here. Duker in the box, kind of moves around. Can he curl it over the top of the net? No, you cannot. Well, you can curl it over the top of the net. You can't curl it in the net. You curled it exactly over the top of the net, which is why we didn't score a goal. Really 40 minutes in, still nothing to show for our game so far other than the fact that Nichols has the ball again for Walsall. And looks like they're just going to chuck the ball forward just like what they did the last time they scored a goal. I mean, it worked. Get the ball over the top and just beat your man, and that's exactly what they've done, and that's what they're going to try again here. Adefope intercepts. Chucks the ball forward, gets the ball to absolutely nobody in a purple shirt. And Karen O'Leary is going to do the exact same thing, turn the ball over to Nichols, who's going to score. And Karen O'Leary is coming off because that is absolutely unacceptable. Do I have anybody? Daisy Mae Cooper, fine. David Correos. I'm not putting up with that kind of crap from this team. Because that's the kind of thing that we've been doing all season long is stupid mistakes. And there's another one. Here's an idea How about you get the ball to the outside instead of passing the ball right through the middle of the field where they're going to be attacking? That is soccer 101. Is do not make stupid, silly passes in the middle of the field like that. And now we're paying the price for it. And now it looks like they're going to score again, which is exactly what they do. It's down 3-0 before halftime. And what I thought was going to start a good run of form turns out to be absolutely atrocious. And you better believe things are going to get thrown at halftime because... Oh, you lose confidence? Lose confidence? I want to point the finger. Oh, that actually worked. I'll point the finger. Look at that. Everybody, all I had to do was learn how to point a finger. Goodness. Who knew that pointing fingers would be so effective? Oh, Milan Rizwan would be coming out if I could. Yeah. I don't even want to commentate the rest of this game. We're just going to say, you know what? Attacking. We're either going to score 6 goals or we're going to allow 6 goals. I don't really care. It's just very frustrating. Like I said, a very Jekyll and Hyde performance. We can do well in one game defensively, and then another game we just absolutely crap out, and that's exactly what's happened here. Nobody wants to play defense at all, and we end up suffering because of it. You know, look at those ratings. Those match ratings are absolutely terrible. Yeah, you're going to get yelled at again. Berate. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Another injury. It's like the game wants us to just be injured all the time. That's 3 injuries in the last 2 games. It's not due to the fact that we've been terrible in terms of our fitness. And now we've got to go defensive because we're down to 10 men. What am I supposed to do with this? Not a lot I can do, really. Just accept the fact that we're a mid-table team. That's all we're going to be this season. Yeah, frustrating, but it's the reality of the situation, and we just have to kind of take the punches where we can. I told you that Walsall was a team, even though they're below us in the league, you just have to watch out for them. I mean, is there any way I can punch in, like, slide tackle with intent to injure? That would be lovely. Judy Love gets a consolidation goal here. It's 3-1, and nothing wrong with the goal here, but it's definitely not going to get us back into this game. I'll go attacking again. We're down to 10 men. I mean, that's not ideal. At least Judy Love manages to get a goal. Probably should have been saved. Just fortunate that it was deflected. Like I said, we get a consolidation goal back here, but it's not going to make any difference in the outcome of the game. Which, again, just a very poor performance defensively. Look at, I mean, offensively, this looks good. Lots of 7s in there, but defensively, we have players that are barely getting 6s. And that is just not good enough. Defenders, I'm furious with your defensive work. You should feel down. Maybe I just need to be more positive. Oh, I'm so sorry. You just didn't play well today. We'll try better next time. No, try better now. Great, we have another midfielder that's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Unfreaking believable. It is what it is. I don't see any chance of us really sneaking into the playoffs, especially with that type of performance against a team that is well below us in the league. 6-point gap here. Don't see anything happening. I'll probably bring you back for the last 2 games of the season just so you can kind of see where things end up. Luckily, they're against lower, really down near the bottom of the table teams, Worthing and Chester, so you can expect a draw and a loss out of those 2 games. With that being said, hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more Taskmaster FC content. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again very soon in the near future. Bye, everybody.